Welcome to Race for the Rail 2024 here at Sky Tavern in Reno, Nevada. This is the 9th edition of this legendary race with the fastest riders in the world going down one of the most brutal race courses we've ever designed. But I'm not alone here today. In the booth, I have Jack Mudd and Bodie Harrison who are going to be ripping for all y'all on the mics. Let's send it up to them right now.
Hello, folks. I'm Jack Mudd here with my friend and host, Bodie Harrison, and we could not be more excited to bring the best one-wheel riders on the planet here to you on the mountain today.
Thanks, boys. So these riders have qualified for Race for the Rail after a full season of one-wheel racing. We've taken the top 13 men and top 13 women out of a rankings done by point system. Needless to say, these spots were hard-earned, and now we're here at Sky Tavern for RFTR 24, the granddaddy of all one-wheel events. So let's talk about how it all works. This year, we did something different with the Great Equalizer taking place before the final event. It's a time trial-based event where all 13 riders got 2 tries at attempts at a super chunky single track mountain bike course, basically. And it was crazy. The bottom 3 riders got cut, and the top 2 seeds for men and women get the first round buys here today. Who's gonna take the cake? You'll have to find out. Stay tuned here at Race for the Rail 2024 here at Sky Tavern in Reno, Nevada.
$10,000 on the line here. We will crown a champion. These riders took the chairlift up today. They are literally racing down a ski hill, top to bottom, essentially. It's a mile 1.15 miles.
And they are about to get started.
They are about to get started. They will be flying down this hill. We are going up to the top of the mountain in 10 seconds to kick off our first heat. Okay, we are at the top of the mountain with our first heat on the women's side. We have Rachel Cecil, Hannah Clausing, Ashley Janan, and Christy Miller. Ready to get it on. Let's go. Well, Bodie, Rachel Cecil is the back-to-back champion. She has to be one of the odds-on favorites to win here today. Let's learn a little bit more about Diesel Cecil.
Rachel Cecil. No one had ever won back-to-back Race for the Rail trophies. That is, until Rachel Cecil put herself in the pantheon of one-wheel lore at last year's Race for the Rail. Racing out of Atlanta, Georgia, Cecil has hoisted swords in back-to-back years and now has her eyes set on the unprecedented three-peat. She comes into Race for the Rail as the number 2 ranked rider, but with her experience, she has to be considered the favorite.
And they are off. Whole shot looks like it might be Rachel Cecil. Coming around this first bend, there's a big berm that they need to get around here, and then they're into a straightaway. Coming around this berm, into the straightaway, and we have a feature 3/4 of the way down this straightaway that's going to create a shakeup. Feature, this is the waterfall feature. In that shadow, up and over, you can see riders slowing down. And there's a pileup on the feature. There's a huge pileup on the feature. That looks to be Rachel Cecil coming around the bend well ahead of the field. Again, the top 3 will be moving on. The bottom rider will be dropping. We have Rachel Cecil in purple. She's in the lead. Behind her,
She's got a serious lead right now. She's got to stay on her toes and really stay focused. All it takes is one little rock she didn't see, and that whole pack could come screaming up behind her.
that's right. Hannah Clausing is in light blue. We have Ashley Nahn. Let's see which color she's in.
Ashley Nahn in the navy blue.
She's in navy. And Christy Miller is in olive. Okay, so those are our colors here. Coming around, you can see these switchbacks here. Huge berms. And our leader, Rachel Cecil, is cruising.
This is an incredibly fun section of the trail right here. Back and forth, buttery berms, berm culture certified. And it looks like Rachel is staying really smooth. I saw her earlier, headphones on, meditating, getting into a really good mental space. And that is just so important out here. Keeping your composure, preparing yourself for your heats, because those nerves can really, really attack you and take you outside of your body.
Absolutely. Yeah, she does a great job of maintaining her composure, maintaining that level-headedness that she needs. Rachel Cecil has won 2 Race to the Rails already. She's the only woman to ever do that, and she has her eyes set on her 3rd here, out to a massive lead against the rest of the field. Now, for this race, it doesn't matter who comes in first. They're just moving on. It matters who comes in last, and that's going to be interesting to see between Hannah Klossing, Ashley, and Christy Miller, who comes in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
And while it doesn't necessarily matter who comes in first, it is a massive mental boost to win your qualifying heats. It really helps you stay on your game. You know, when you're coming barely making it into those heats, it can get you feeling real nervous. But I think if Rachel stays on her board and wins this heat, she's going to be fired up and extremely dangerous in that semifinal round.
She's into view of the crowd. We heard the crowd react there. And she's kind of blasting down this trail, looking smooth and looking fast.
She is absolutely flying right now through the open section. She is very honed. Cecil's actually also a really talented freestyle rider, and I think that plays to her favor on this course with her board management, being able to handle these techie sections. She knows how that thing moves and knows how to move it.
Mm-hmm. Interesting to see who's in 2nd, who's in 3rd, who's in 4th now.
She has a massive lead.
Absolutely.
Is that Christy Miller?
That looks like Christy Miller.
Yeah, Christy
2nd place,
cruising.
Christy Miller with the long blonde braid coming around. She's chasing Rachel Cecil.
Christy Miller coming out of Tallahassee, Florida. She is a very sweet gal and a talented racer. She has a lot of heart behind her one-wheeling, and she wanted to give a big shout out to her family, Bart and Zoe back home. She says she wouldn't be anywhere without them, and she gets lots of encouragement and excitement from them and riding with them. They're both very fast and talented riders and help her keep her wheeling skills sharp.
That's right. So it's going to come down, it looks like, to Hannah versus Ashley for that final spot here in our opening round.
Oh, and they're tight. 3rd and 4th. The pack is tight.
That's right. Look at them. What are you thinking about, Bodie, if you're stacked up and you need to get in front of someone to move on? What's your mindset here?
Well, the key is staying really tight on them, so as soon as they make a mistake, you can pass, or as soon as you see an opportunity, you can pass. But it is very hard to ride directly behind somebody because you can't see your line as well. So you're kind of going off of their line and what you can see in front of them.
So Hannah Klossing is in front of Ashley Nahn, it looks like, based on what I'm seeing here. And they're dropping into what we call the toilet bowl, into the lower section of this course. Oh, Rachel Cecil with the drop.
Stomping the
Style
bottom
points.
drop.
Now, there is a B line that she could have attacked there. She could have done the B line, taken the easy road, but I think she wants that practice, that feel. Rachel Cecil crosses the finish line. She will be moving on as anticipated.
Rachel is one step closer to the first ever Race for the Rail three-peat.
Both. Oh, we got someone taking the drop.
Ashley taking the drop. Hannah taking the beeline.
Let's see how this
Can
plays
Ashley
off.
recover fast enough?
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
It's neck and neck. It's neck and neck.
Ashley gains the lead by taking the drop. Can Hannah pass her on this final berm? Oh, this is a close sprint to the finish. Who is going to be moving on? Ashley put the rockets on.
It looks like Ashley Nahn will be moving on. Wow, what a finish for first round.
Congratulations. What a feeling. Great job out there, Hannah. You did amazing.
And that is your first round results. Rachel Cecil, Ashley Nahn, and Chrissy Miller moving on. We have an interview with the winner. Let's go down to the bottom with Adam Laser.
Hey folks, I am here with the winner of Women's Heat 1, Rachel Cecil. Woo! Rachel, that was quite the run. Almost kind of looked like a warm-up. How were you feeling out there?
I was feeling pretty good. It's definitely chunky. It's definitely a challenging course. You got to be dialed in, locked in the whole time. But I'm proud of my performance on that, and I'm looking forward to the next heat.
Great job out there, and good luck next round.
All right, thank you.
Okay, we are in the quarterfinals. Heat 2, we have Emma Stewart in maroon, Sarah Meeker in red, Nikki Martin in forest green, and Raquel McCosker in the brown. 3 of these women will be moving on. The last finisher will get eliminated. Here we go. And they are off. It looks like Emma Stewart in maroon on the right side might have gotten the whole shot.
Oh, but Meeker squeaks around her.
Meeker in the red into second place. It looks like Nikki Martin in third and Raquel McCosker in fourth in the brown as they come into the berm. Let's see if that order holds. Again, we have emerging from the berm. It looks like Emma Stewart still in the lead, Sarah Meeker in second place, Nikki Martin, and then Raquel. Into the waterfall. Oh, we have chaos at the waterfall again. Chaos at the waterfall again.
Full pile up.
Full pile up. Sarah Meeker emerges in first. Emma in second in maroon. Third is Nikki Martin out of the waterfall and into the berms.
Oh, Nikki Martin's down on the turn. It's going to be a mad dash between Sarah Meeker and Emma Stewart into the initial switchback section.
That waterfall feature, Bodie, is going to be a problem all day, and it's all about who has the composure to get back on their board quickly. Both of these women did a great job of regaining, where's your breath? Get back on your board and start zooming down the hill.
That thing is definitely going to be taking people's lunch money today.
Okay, so we have Emma Stewart and Sarah Meeker 1 and 2. They're coming down these switchbacks. Now, again, this is it's very important who finishes third and who finishes in fourth because that determines who moves on and who does not. It looks like, barring a big shakeup, Nikki Martin and Raquel McCosker are going to be racing for third. So keep that in mind here. We'll see if they come back into the frame with our leaders or if they've had some, if they're a little bit back on the course. Both of these ladies looking really strong, though, huh?
They are looking strong and they're looking tight. They're picking good lines. Emma is behind her like a hungry wolf, just waiting for her to slip up. And it's really cool to see Meeker out here in the lead on this heat because, believe it or not, she has 0 previous board sport experience before coming into one-wheeling. Some people journey into our beautiful sport through other boards, skateboards, snowboards, heck, even ripsticks. But Sarah Meeker, this is her first board sport, and her progression over the last few years is nothing short of astounding.
It looks like Emma might have gone down on there's chunk and rocks all
Meeker
throughout
down
this
too.
course. Meeker down as well. Okay, so the plot thickens. Let's see if they're being caught by Nikki and Raquel. 1 and 2, Sarah and Emma. That's a good point, Bodie, though, about Sarah. This is her first board sport. I think a lot of people look at one-wheel racing and say, man, this looks insanely hard. I could never do that. But, well, that's just not true. It is definitely doable. If there's a want to, then there you can do it.
Now, I wouldn't necessarily buy a one-wheel and sign up for a race the next day, but hey, you do you. But it is beautiful how you can go from cruising around your neighborhood to flying down a mountain for $10,000.
And you see Emma now in your screen. I just saw her checking over her shoulder. She wants to know how much room she has behind her. Let's see who is behind her. In third, it looks like that is Raquel McCosker. It looks like that's Raquel McCosker in third in the brown uniform. Nikki Martin in fourth. Oh, wait, Sarah Meeker with a huge fall. Oh, my goodness.
And it looked like Nikki Martin wasn't too far behind her, so that third and fourth position could be shaken up right now.
It is about to get spicy here in Heat 2. Emma Stewart, Sarah Meeker, Nikki Martin, and Raquel McCosker. The top 3 will move on. The last rider will not. Let's see when they emerge here at the bottom what that order is. Because, again, top 3 move on. Sarah Meeker coming around that curve there.
And at this point, mind you, their legs are absolutely scorching.
That's right. I've ridden this course a number of times over the last week, and by the time you get to the bottom, you're shaking. Absolutely. So there is an endurance component to this for sure, and I wonder if some of that fatigue caught up with some of our riders there.
We got Nikki Martin coming in 4th. Sarah's still got a pretty good lead on her, but it is far from over. We still have the toilet bowl. We still have the drop. One-wheel racing is no stranger to upsets. If you go far in the back, you just got to stay on your board, stay cooking, because you never know what those people in front of you are going to do.
That's right. We did not. I did not expect that slip up from Emma or Sarah Meeker at either of those points on the course. But there are rocks throughout this course, which is important to note. I mean, look at that, right? There's big rock sections that that can take anyone down. I think Emma Stewart just came into view of the crowd. We heard a little cheer there. They are coming down, almost down this mountain. There, we're back to Sarah Meeker here. She's down, entering this lower section of the hill. Down what we're calling the toilet bowl.
We got our lead racer coming into the drop section.
Emma Stewart in the lead. Is she going to take the A-line? Yes, she is.
Cleans it. Flawless down the drop.
That's got to be confidence inspiring for Emma Stewart, our rookie racer, 14 years old, to come out and stomp the A-line feature. That is awesome.
Tahoe local in her own stomping grounds.
Raquel McCosker in second place, and she also opts for the A-line.
Cleans it.
Stomps it. In third place, Sarah Meeker. She's going to play it safe. She's going to take the B-line. Let's see if Nikki Martin comes into view here and can make that call a little spicy. Sarah Meeker down the B-line. It looks like that was the right call for her there. Sarah Meeker coming around the final turn. Emma Stewart, Raquel McCosker will be moving on. It looks like Sarah Meeker will be joining them in Heat 4 in our next round.
Congratulations, ladies. That was quite the lap. That waterfall really is a challenge.
But there was more points of chaos on that run, and
absolutely,
Nikki Martin still making her way down the mountain here. But that was an exciting run there, buddy. All right, so moving on is Emma Stewart, Sarah Meeker, and Raquel McCosker to face Mercedes Silva, and we have an interview at the bottom.
Folks, I am down here with the winner of quarterfinals, Heat 2, Emma freaking Stewart. What a run. How was that entire course for you there?
It was fun. I got the whole shot, which I absolutely did not expect. And it was just really fun. I came off twice, but it was a good run.
I saw you rip the visor off your helmet. You're doing good, though. You got back up on your board, no problem.
Yeah.
How did you stay so composed when those things happened?
I don't know. I had a lead, and I just didn't want to fall again, so I just kind of chilled and hoped I wouldn't make another mistake.
Love to hear that. That's the true racer mindset right there. She gets it from her dad, but Emma Stewart is out here making a name for herself. She's a local to these trails. Any shout outs you want to give out there? Mom, Dad.
Yeah, my dad and my grandpa's here. He came from Pennsylvania to watch.
Nice.
So it's just really exciting.
Right on. Well, congratulations, Emma, and good luck out there. You're doing amazing. It's been so awesome watching you race. Back to y'all in the booth, boys.
Our semifinal heat about to drop. Rachel, Ashley, Christy, and Zane. Let's see who gets the whole shot. Now, there's a lot of fresh faces on the scene here, but none of them strike fear in the eyes of the opponent like Zane Carter. Let's learn a little bit more about the rookie.
At the age of 9, Zane Carter was riding broncs. She's got championship belt buckles the size of cinnamon rolls to prove it. So if you thought the pride of Oklahoma would be intimidated by the highest levels of one-wheel racing, think again. In her rookie season, the 18-year-old didn't flinch. She finished first place at Dirt Surfers and Seek and Shred, ahead of the heaviest hitters in the women's field. With 2 other second-place finishes, Carter, aka Gnarly Barbie on Instagram, heads into Race for the Rail as the #1 ranked rider on the women's side. Does the rookie rider have what it takes to complete the dream season, or will it come crashing down with more seasoned riders nipping at her heels?
Gates dropped.
Oh, it's tight. It's tight between Zane in the gold and Rachel in the purple. Looks like Rachel has the whole shot. Zane falling back a little bit. Rachel Cecil taking command of that lead. Zane may be playing the long game here.
That top section is pretty bumpy.
It looks like Christy Miller in the olive jersey is in second place, but Ashley is right on her tail. Rachel Cecil, Christy Miller, 1 and 2, into the waterfall feature. Starting to see a bit more of this feature here. Rachel cleans
clean.
it. Oh, 2 riders down.
It looked like Zane might have got it, but had somebody in front of her.
2 riders down. It looks like Ashley emerged in second place with Christy right behind her. It's still pretty tightly packed at the top. I think any rider still has a shot to finish top 2. But that pecking order is Rachel, Cecil, and Ashley at the moment as it looks as they drop into this double track. They are navigating this double track for a while, Bodie. We saw a couple slip-ups in that last heat, right? A couple of those rock crossings that got a little tricky. Competitors are trying to go as fast as possible. Now they have to both, try to push themselves, but also remain locked in enough where they can handle some of these rocks. So we'll see if we have any sort of slip-ups or if any that third and fourth place can close the gap here. It's pretty tight.
Yeah, they're not on top of each other, but it's a fairly tight pack here. Any mistake in any position is going to lose you that position. Ashley Gannan out of Daytona Beach, Florida, is putting some pressure on Cecil, not letting her get too far out. Zane and Christy almost went for a pass on that straight section. They are really tight in that third and fourth position.
Rachel Cecil, cruise control right now in the lead. This would be a major upset if Zane is not able to get into one of those first 2 positions. She had the best time in our equalizer run yesterday. She was our top rider, our top seeded rider, and came into the season as the number 1 ranked rider. So she is in gold. She's currently in 4th place. If this position held, she would be cut. It would not move on to the finals.
She's got to make 2 different passes to be making it into the final round.
That's a lot to ask for. That's a lot to ask for on this course.
But there's a lot of it left.
There is a lot of it left. Let's see if she can. She needs to stay tight right now. She needs to stay tight, maybe try to make a pass in that 3rd place position if she can, and kind of wait till the bottom maybe, till the A and B line. And it's still tight, really. Rachel, it's interesting to see. Ashley is staying pretty tight to Rachel Cecil. I thought Rachel Cecil was getting way out in front, but Ashley has stayed on her heels, which has to feel good if you're Ashley. Not letting her out of her sight. There's Christy. We're stacked. We're stacked here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's something about Race for the Rail that will really either put you in your absolute zone or will fire your nerves on all ends and you'll just totally fall apart. It's kind of one or the other. You either get forced into your A game or forced into your D game.
Rachel Cecil, all she has is A game. We know that. We'll see here how 2, 3, and 4 shake out. Does gnarly Barbie Zane Carter have what it takes to get into this top 2? We're coming into the bottom section of the mountain. Again, a long course, over a mile, right? This is we're stacking here.
Oh.
Rachel Cecil slowed down, and now it's kind of neck and neck here. Ashley is right on Rachel's heels.
This is truly a spectacle to see. Christy's putting the burners on, trying to catch up to that pack. She knows she doesn't have much time left to make it through.
If you're Christy and if you're Zane right now, you got to be thinking all foot on the gas, right? You got to be thinking, like, I got to max this out.
And we've got a little bit of a straight, a couple switchbacks, and that final drop for them to make up those positions.
That's right.
It is crunch time, ladies.
You'd have to think with this kind of pileup, everyone's taking that A-line, and if you don't lace it, you might be in trouble.
This is an extremely tight pack here. It's about 10, 15 feet between each rider.
Dropping into the bottom section. We've seen some passes in this bottom section before. We'll see if this order holds. All of these riders will be taking the A-line. Oh, Zane with a pass. Oh, they're down. Zane and Christy are down after a pass attempt. Holy smokes. Zane with an aggressive move there to try to get in front of Christy. They both go down. And now we probably have some separation between Rachel and Ashley and our third and fourth place. But this A line is going to still be critical for them to lace. Rachel Cecil taking the A line. Stomps it. Ashley stomps. Arms up. She's feeling good. Zane stomps. Christy goes down on the A line. Rachel Cecil's coming into the finish. Ashley right behind her. It looks like that order is going to hold. Rachel Cecil going to the finals. Ashley going to the finals. Wow. Zane coming in third place.
Wow. What a round. That was a bit of an upset. I think most of us were expecting to see Zane Carter in the finals. It looked like she had a bit of a rough start in the beginning and was trying to catch up in the back of that pack. But when you're really, really trying to push, you kind of tend to make little almost mistakes as you make your way down the trail, and just couldn't quite put it together there. Went for that inside pass, which could have worked out. But as I had mentioned earlier, sometimes going for those passes can end up knocking you right off that board. So great job to all the ladies out there. That was a very entertaining round, really tightened up at the end there. And big congratulations to Cecil Diesel, Ashley Gannan. You're making it through.
Rachel Cecil and Ashley will be moving on. Now the question is, who will be the two women joining them? So we have Emma Stewart. She's going to be racing in the maroon jersey. Sarah Meeker, she'll be in the red jersey. We have Raquel McCosker. She'll be in the coyote brown jersey. And Mercedes Silva, she will be in a light gray. So that's your field. Raquel on the left. Sarah Meeker in the red. We got Mercedes Silva third from the right. And on the far right, we have Emma Stewart. They are ready to drop. Let's see who gets the hole shot. They are off. Mercedes with a great start. And Emma Stewart in the maroon jersey trying to edge her out. Mercedes cuts off that inside line. Looks like your order is Mercedes, Emma, Sarah Meeker, and then Raquel McCosker in the rear. Into this berm. That is your order. Mercedes Silva, again, got a bye. She was our number 2 finisher yesterday in the equalizer, which got her a first-round bye. She's probably the favorite, but Emma Stewart is right on her heels into the waterfall.
Looks like we can see the waterfall a bit better this time. Emma Stewart almost making a pass on the waterfall.
Wow. Mercedes cleaned it, and Emma back on her board very quickly, in and out there. That's your 1 and 2. Again, top 2 riders will be moving on and going to the finals. Unfortunately, third and fourth place will not cut it here in the semis. Settling into this order, it looks like Mercedes is just kind of not taking it easy, but she's running a calm race. She knows she did what she had to get that hole shot.
But Emma is putting the pressure on. She is not far behind, just waiting for any little slip up, any opportunity to get out ahead, because you will make it through with the number 2 position, but being in number 1 gives you a little more cushion.
And as we saw in our last heat, there's a lot of time for third and fourth place to really squeeze that gap, right? The longer this race is, the more your legs start shaking. There's Sarah Meeker. She's in frame. She's right behind. Let's see if she can make up some time on Emma, who's in second place.
Now, fun fact about Mercedes Silva is she is an extremely high-caliber rider who has blown her ACL 2 separate times and has yet still to get it repaired. She is rocking ligamentless right now and just boosting down the mountain, clean the waterfall, and just seriously putting on a show for what pro racing looks like. And Emma is with her on that stage. These girls are ripping and staying very clean.
And it looks like Sarah Meeker is not that far behind first and second place, so I think she has an opportunity for sure. There she is in frame. She has an opportunity for sure to make up that ground and make things spicy at the end. We don't know exactly where Raquel McCosker is a little bit farther up the course, but she may as well have time too. Again, this is a long course. There are a lot of rocks placed in pretty inopportune locations, and we're definitely at a juncture where anything can happen here, but Mercedes looking really comfortable. She rides all the time. As you said, Bodie, she's big in her visualization. Practices a lot, eats well, trains for this. This is a big moment for her. But Emma keeping her close.
Coming into the view of the fans, getting some love from our crowd here.
1 and 2. If this order holds, they would be moving on to the finals. Let's see if Sarah Meeker has some gas in the tank here at the bottom of the course.
Now, this trail is honestly one of my favorite trails to ride in this Tahoe/Reno area. Sky Tavern Resort is a beautiful summer location for riding bikes, riding one-wheels, and just such gracious hosts. And you might even catch a little glimpse of the legendary Lars if you're coming around these ways.
Wow, the legendary Lars. That's right. Mercedes 1, Emma 2. Now, if you are Mercedes and Emma, are you hitting the A-line right here?
I mean, if they know how close Meeker is behind him, I'm sure they would. And I think with how much time you save, even not going down on that feature, it's a key decision to make. But you never know. Sometimes when you feel like you have a good lead, you go ahead and play it safe. So only time will tell. They're getting pretty close to that zone.
You kind of doubt they take the B line, but they do have a bit of a lead here. We will see when they emerge in the bottom section what they choose to go with on the AB. Into the trees. These are some hairpin turns, some steep bank turns. You can see those rocks right in the middle of the trail. They're navigating all of that. This is super impressive for Emma Stewart right here because Mercedes is one of the fastest riders absolutely in the field, and Emma is not letting her go, which if you're Emma Stewart has to inspire a ton of confidence. Into the view of the bottom.
It's crunch time. We got just a few more turns left, and it's finish line.
Oh, Emma off her board. Emma off her board. I was just about to say this is where you're starting to think, don't mess up, don't mess up. Emma off her board, gets back on though. Kudos to her. In that situation, Bodie, when you come off your board, what's your mind doing?
You are either calming yourself down or tripping out.
Full panic.
And it's so important to
Mercedes
stay calm,
on the A.
get back on the pony.
Emma taking the A. Wow, stomps from both of them. Sarah Meeker is right behind. She's going to be taking the B line. Sarah Meeker taking the B line. Coming out and around. It looks like Mercedes Silva will be moving on to the semifinals, and Emma Stewart will be joining her in the finals. That was an intense race.
Mercedes and Emma moving on to finals. You love to see it. NorCal riders in their home turf, both well familiar with taking laps together. And the legendary Sarah Meeks coming in third. Great job, Sarah.
She's always hyped. You got to love that about Sarah. Big hugs at the bottom.
One of the best sports in the game.
Well,
all love.
We have our field set. It sounds like we have Mercedes Silva down at the bottom. Let's kick it down to Laser.
Hey y'all, I'm here with Mercedes Silva. Mercedes, congratulations on that win.
Thank you.
How are you feeling? It's getting warm out here.
It's not too warm, honestly. This is like the perfect weather for me, nice and breezy. I really like it because you get some wind under your wings.
Some wind under the wings. Now I sent you a message just wishing you good luck today, and you responded to me, I'm feeling peaceful. How are you still feeling peaceful?
I do. I still feel really peaceful, and that's all I can ask, honestly. The last couple of years have been a little nerve-wracking for me, and this year I've been so at peace. It's really nice.
Well, that's really great to hear, and we could see it on the trail. You seem flow state, you seem connected and very smooth. What are some of the hardest parts that you encountered on that course?
There's a couple of unexpected little chunky areas that just after going over the course a few times and stuff get a little loose. So if you're not expecting those and know when to slow down, those are definitely some like unexpected challenges. Of course, the features are always a big challenge. I went a little nose heavy on the drop, but recovered pretty well. But yeah, I would say those unexpected rock features or the little loose stuff. And then the features that were built, honestly, they were built so amazing. I love them, but they are challenging.
Well, it's got to be challenging to be the world champion. So congratulations, you're moving on.
Thank you.
Let's keep that piece going on. Awesome job, Mercedes.
We're getting staged for our finals. Bodie has picked Mercedes Silva. I have picked Rachel Cecil. They are staged at the top. Our 4 riders staged at the top. We have Rachel Cecil on the far right of your screen in purple. Next to her, Mercedes Silva. In the maroon is Emma Stewart and Ashley Janan on the left side of your screen. So that is your order at the top for the women's finals. And they are off. Mercedes got the whole shot with Rachel right on her tail. 1-2. Rachel edges her out for the lead. Mercedes Silva right behind her. Oh my gosh, Ashley and Emma down. Ashley and Emma, huge spill. Rachel Cecil got the whole shot. Mercedes behind her into the berm, heading toward the waterfall.
Now, it looked like Emma got taken out by Ashley's board, completely unintentional, but that is something that can happen out here on the course.
Rachel cleans it. Mercedes cleans it. That was massive. Massive there. Coming out of the waterfall clean. Okay, Rachel Cecil in the lead. Mercedes behind her. Now, if you're Rachel Cecil, what are you thinking, Bodie?
You're thinking, oh boy, I've got a Panthers behind me. I need to put the burners on and stay clean. Hopefully that meditation she did this morning and those lift rides are keeping her mental game calm. We know Mercedes was saying she was feeling peaceful too, but by golly, the finals round can really interrupt that peace.
This is huge. That order is huge coming out of the top, right? Rachel Cecil has to feel really, really good right now about her chances. She needs to stay on her board. And Mercedes, if you're Mercedes, you have to be thinking a little more aggressively right now, right? You got to be thinking, okay, I need to make up ground. Rachel Cecil can ride a little bit more defensively maybe. Mercedes might look for some opportunities to pass on some of these berms here, but that's risky as we've seen in the past.
Looks like Ashley and Emma are tight, not too far behind, but that's a pretty big gap. It's going to take a serious mistake for either of these top 2 riders to move back into that 3rd or 4th position.
You can see Mercedes just trying to figure out what line can give her any sort of edge over Rachel Cecil. But Rachel Cecil, she's not giving up any ground, eh?
Not at all. And they're coming into one of my favorite berms on this mountain. There's a little rock stab on that side if you take it wide. But I will say, second place can be very intimidating because you want to push as hard as you can to get up into that lead position, but you're terrified to push too hard and knock yourself to the back of the pack.
That's right. That being said, second place is cool, but this is the finals. And really, it's all about getting first place. Here, Mercedes is getting close. Mercedes has chopped that lead down quite a bit. She is on Rachel's tail. This is what it's all about, folks. Mercedes is pushing Rachel Cecil for the lead into the flat stretch. Can she find a window? Can she find some room? Oh, boy.
They are neck and neck.
Rachel Cecil not giving an inch. Mercedes poking and prodding. Whew. Getting the blood going here, Bodie.
Oh, into this speed section. This is an opportunity for Mercedes to potentially get up to her and make a pass on the next berm.
And it gets really chunky on one of these corners.
Oh.
Ooh. Thought about it. Mercedes thought about it.
Looks like she was about to go for an inside pass there, but that berm there kind of swings out before it swings in. So she didn't get a chance to pass. 3rd and 4th, not so far behind, but it is a good gap.
This is just like we thought might happen. Rachel Cecil and Mercedes Silva, 1 and 2, and super tight coming into the bottom section of the course.
Donkey Time FPV with the follow cam.
Rachel Cecil, this would be massive. This would be her third Race for the Rail trophy. Never, ever been done. This would make her the GOAT. Mercedes Silva, right behind her, has always been one of the fastest riders, but has never been able to put it all together at Race for the Rail. This would be life-changing for Mercedes Silva. Those are the stakes as we come in to the bottom of the mountain.
There's not much left to go, Jack. I have a feeling this might come down to the drop feature. If Cecil messes up and Mercedes cleans it, she's going to take the win. So it is very important for Cecil to maintain her lead in this toilet bowl section and really slay it on that A-line.
That is right. The A-line is going to have $10,000 riding on it on this lap. You can see them coming into view of the bottom here. We are in the home stretch. Our women's finals for the 2024 Race for the Rail. Rachel Cecil, Mercedes Silva, 1 and 2, coming into the final section.
This is a $10,000 drop, folks.
Are we ready for this? Rachel Cecil, into the drop. Nails it. Mercedes Silva, nails it. Can she make up room? Can she gain ground? Rachel Cecil, number 1. Mercedes Silva, number 2. Into the home stretch. And Rachel Cecil emerges. It's tight, but she will be the 3-time Race for the Rail champion.
That was a close finish. That looked almost identical to my finish with Kyle Hansen years ago. That end section is so hard to catch up on. You have to really put the burners on, and Mercedes almost did it. That was not even a board length, it looked like, over the line. But Rachel Cecil is a 3-time world champion one-wheel racer, the first to ever do it, guys. This is a momentous moment in one-wheel history. Jack, you were right.
Holy smokes. Rachel Cecil's done it again.
You gotta love the love from the homies. The sportsmanship of one-wheel racing is just amazing. I love it. I'm a part of it. There's no reason to be mean. Spread the love. Share the stoke. This is a huge moment. Rachel Cecil is $10,000 richer. She is a maker of history, and she was already a legend and has just moved further up in her legendary status.
This is GOAT. This is GOAT material, folks. No one has ever won 3 race rails, let alone 3 in a row. This is complete domination. That was a super tight race. You got to give her all the credit in the world for hanging tough there, as Mercedes was fast and on her heels that entire time, and Rachel Cecil had nerves of steel and just didn't slip up, just refused to give in, nailed that drop, and that was an impressive showing. We are standing by. We will probably hear some words from our winner, Rachel Cecil, here at the bottom. We will do a trophy ceremony concluding our men's race today. Both the men's and women's winners will get on the stage and lift their swords. But we'll look to hear from Rachel Cecil here shortly.
Folks, I am down here with the first ever 3-time, 3-peat, one-wheel Race for the Rail champion, Rachel Cecil. Oh my gosh. Just give me the first thoughts coming off your mind.
I can't believe I just said that. That's insane. Who do I think I am? The audacity. It's incredible. I honestly can't believe I just said that. That's wild.
I can't imagine what's going through your head. We can believe it. Rachel, you are a Race for the Rail royalty. It's been such an honor through the years to witness the greatness.
Thank you.
Who do you want to give a shout out to?
I mean, I want to shout out the Float Life, first of all. I was the only one out there with the Trail Pro 2. That tire that tire crushed it. It was gobbling up the chunk. That edge is locked in on those berms. Shout out to the Float Life. You guys are the freaking best. And then shout out to my family and all my fans. Shout out to my sister and my little nephew, Baby Bear. I love you guys. You guys are great.
Rachel, now that entire race, Mercedes was pretty much on your heels for pretty much the second part of it, like almost the whole time.
Yeah.
Could you feel it? Could you like just sense it? Were you looking back at all?
I was feeling nothing. And then I got into that bottom section and I was having almost like reverse flashbacks. I was like, is she gonna get me here? Like I got her 2 years ago. And a part of me was kind of hoping she was going to. Not gonna lie, I love Mercedes. She's one of my favorite people to race against. She's an incredible athlete. But I was real chill. Like in all the other like little pill videos, I was talking and walking y'all through it. But that one, I was stone cold silent. We were kind of chirping to each other a little bit up there, but I was locked in and focused. I had to give it everything I had to beat Mercedes because she's so fast. And we both kept it clean. So I'm so proud of us. Yeah.
Both kept it clean.
Yeah.
Phenomenal race from all the ladies out here. Now, not only are you the first ever to do what you just did,
Yeah.
but you just won yourself another $10,000. I gotta ask you, like I've done before, what are you gonna do with it?
So every year I donate a portion of my winnings, no matter what I win, to a cause that I really believe in. And so this year I'm donating a portion to the Atlanta Cancer Care Foundation. They provide much needed financial aid to individuals who are fighting cancer. They've been really well established, and I know that the portion that I'm going to donate is going to go a long ways and impact a lot of families. I lost one of my close friends this year to cancer, Jill Lowther, and a lot of the training I've been doing has been on her bike. Like she was the first person that like invited me out to ride Onewheels with mountain bikers. And so she helped me that year in that way. And then this year she's helped me by getting me on that bike and really like spending time with her family and her sister Amy and her husband Tony. And we've just been going on like 20-mile bike rides every week. Amy and I one week did like 50 miles. We just got into it like earlier this year. So that's what I'm gonna do with part of the money. And then I think I really wanna try to go on a honeymoon with Sarah this year. Try to go somewhere abroad. We'll figure it out. We really gotta do it. So that's my plan for the money.
That's amazing, Rachel. That is like the most honorable thing I could think of. I appreciate that, having been affected by it as well.
Yeah.
Thank you. You are a true champion. You are literally the people's champion. You've done it, you've worked hard, you deserve it.
Thank you.
Any final words?
Let's go race for the rail! I freaking love you guys! Let's go! I can't wait to watch the men. Don't go anywhere. It's gonna be insanity. Low-key rooting for Connor Chapel a little bit, but also rooting for Tyler James. Let's get another three-peat champion up here.
There you have it, folks. Your 2024 Women's Race for the Rail champion, Rachel Cecil. And don't go anywhere because we still have the men's live stream coming up very soon. This is getting rowdy down here, folks.
Well, that is it for the women's side, but we will be right back here with the men's race, so hang tight. This is our 9th edition of Race for the Rail. Now, it had real humble beginnings, just a couple of friends building some ramps and seeing who's faster, but it is not like that anymore. The course is insane. We're racing over a mile down a ski hill. The riders are insanely competitive. Just to get here is an absolute feat. And the hardware has improved by leaps and bounds compared to where we started.
Hey, we're loading up the starting gate here. I've never worked one of these, so I'm pretty excited about this.
This year is the first year that they're racing on GT S Series, including the Rally Edition. So this is hardware that we basically developed for advanced riders, for trail riding, and for racing. Watching people rip around on the trails today is just completely nuts and super inspiring. When I was working on the first one-wheel prototypes back in 2008, this is what I dreamed would happen, and here it is.
Okay, we are live at the top of the mountain for the quarterfinals. We have Connor Chapel, Dave Stewart, Tyler Erickson, and Adonijah Silsley. There are our racers on screen. Ado riding out of Hawaii, Tyler out of Austin, Texas, Dave Stewart out of State Line, Nevada, and Connor Chapel from Spring Lake, Michigan. So truly a national field here. And Connor, a young rider, very talented. Dave, the oldest rider in the field, super experienced. And then Ado, also an up-and-comer. Tyler Erickson finished 3rd, I believe, on the season coming into this race. So This is an incredibly stacked opening heat here. Again, top 3 will move on. Bottom racer drops and moves on to the semis. Who do you like here, Bodie?
I have so much love for Dave Stewart. I am the biggest fan of that guy, and I do also really appreciate Connor Chappell. Super stoked, Lil Grom.
Let's see who gets the hole shot, because this is going to be very important. They are off. It looks like Connor Chappell in light blue got a great jump behind. Oh, my gosh, Connor Chappell down. Connor Chappell down. I think that's Tyler Erickson one. Adonijah Silsley too. Holy smokes. Connor got a great start and then hit some rocks and went down there. That's Tyler Erickson out of Austin. Oh, my gosh, Tyler Erickson down. This is Adonijah Silsley, I believe. Adonijah Silsley out of Hawaii into the ladder.
Cleans it.
Sticks it. Dave Stewart right behind him. Tyler Erickson and Connor Chappell caught up. This is going to be very interesting because, again, top 3 move on, okay? Top 3. This is still a very tight race for that 3rd and 4th position. Connor Chappell, after going down huge, is now back in 3rd place. Tyler Erickson, after being in the lead momentarily, in 4th.
I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of shakeups and toss-ups in these next few heats. But we have Addo with a solid lead. Dave not too far behind him. All that practice he put in on the waterfall paid off. He absolutely stomped it. Dave stomped it just behind him, and now we've got a very tight lead pack here. But 3rd and 4th are not far behind.
That's right. Absolutely. And interesting to see, Bodie. I mean, I think all of these guys might have came out a little too amped.
I think you're right. They were all putting a lot on the throttle coming into that first section, into that first berm. We saw 2 people come off boards even before the waterfall.
Tyler Erickson with a big pass on Connor Chappell at the top of your frame right there. And Dave Stewart. Dave Stewart goes for a pass on the inside on Adonijah Silsley.
Super duper clean inside pass on the berm.
Was sneaky from Dave.
I think those berms are wide enough and smooth enough that they are all going to be okay opportunities for people to make passes like that, as Dave's proven.
Down.
Dave down.
Dave down.
Tyler down.
Connor Chappell sneaking through. This race is insane.
At the rock slab.
Adonijah Silsley 1. Connor Chappell 2. Dave Stewart, I believe, in 3rd. Holy smokes.
This is already an exciting race, folks.
We've seen multiple passes now in areas where we weren't sure if passes were going to be possible. These guys are eyeing up lanes to pass on these berms and executing them. Here, Dave might go for a pass again. Tyler going for a pass on Dave. This is a huge battle because, again, top 3 move on. Look at how tight that stack is for 2, 3, and 4.
Now, technique coming through those berms is very, very important. If you come into them too hot and too tight,
look at this.
You hit it slow.
Look at this.
3.
Connor Chappell in 2nd, Dave Stewart in 3rd, Tyler Erickson fighting in 4th place. Holy smokes.
Adonijah's doing a great job of holding that lead, staying calm, staying in control.
We've had how many lead changes in this race, and we're halfway down the mountain? Oh my gosh, board down.
I think that's Dave off.
Stewart down. Let's see if Dave can get back on, be composed. Connor Chappell 2, Tyler Erickson 3.
Tyler Erickson is like a shark looking for a fish behind Connor right now. Connor has no room for error. Tyler's going to sneak him at any opportunity, so he needs to make sure he stays tight on these berms and stays on that board. Dave
is back on. Dave is back on, and he's going to be within reach, it looks like, of riders 2 and 3.
Now, it is a tough position to be in that final spot trying to play catch-up because you're pushing so hard trying to close that gap and trying to not make another mistake. But he's back. Dave is right back with the pack.
It's going to come down to the final feature here, I believe, to establish our order. It's going to come down to that A line. We know that those guys are going to take that A line. Let's see what our pecking order is. Adonijah looking good, in control in 1st place, and it's just that battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th is super tight.
Tyler almost making a pass on Connor, but Connor bringing it back to center.
There's Adonijah coming around a big berm. 2 and 3. Connor and Tyler, and you're right, Bodie, the dust is a factor here, right? If you're Dave Stewart, you're getting a lot of dust kicked up. You gotta, fight for clear lines, fight for your line of sight.
Yeah.
Adonijah Silsley, his rookie year. Is correct?
This is his first
his
pro
first
season.
year. Yeah, it feels like he's been riding for forever, but this is his rookie year. A 14-year-old in the green jersey. He's going to take the A line. He needs to stick this, and he does.
Clean.
Connor Chappell. Everyone's sticking
Everyone through clean.
Everyone's sticking it.
Dave is about to put the absolute burners on. Let's see if he can catch up and trade positions. Final berm into the final stretch.
Adonijah Silsley 1. Connor Chappell 2. Tyler Eric. Oh, my gosh. Holy smokes. Wow. What a finish. What a finish. Your
Addo
quarterfinals
in the
looked like a
lead.
finals right there, folks. With Adonijah coming in first, I believe Connor Chappell in second and Tyler Erickson in third, but that was tight.
And we're going to go ahead and kick it down to Laser on the field.
What up, folks? I'm here with your Heat 1 winner, Tyler. Dude, you didn't have to do it.
But I did anyway. It was such a good race. Like, there was so much back and forth. Like, it was anybody's race, and it was so fun to race with everybody. And I wanted my good seat for the next lap, so got the W.
That was a crazy race, dude. There was passes going on. You were passing, Dave was passing, Connor, Addo was passing.
Yeah.
Just like, where were you finding those holes? Because I'm looking and it's pretty slim out there.
Oh, it's slim pickings for passing. So you just kind of have to sit back and wait and just always be ready for an opportunity, and that's what I did. So,
Dude, congratulations. I mean, you came through first. You could have came in second, but you got a strategy going on in your mind.
yeah.
Congratulations again. You're going on to the next heat. What's your strategy going on into the second round now? Have you even thought about it? Am I asking this question too quick?
I'll tell you about it after.
Oh, I like that, dude. Well, good luck up there.
Thank you.
Great job. And we'll send it back to you boys in the booth. The boys are getting rowdy.
Welcome to the quarterfinals, Heat 2 for men's one-wheel race for the rail. Racing out of Hawaii, we have Jafari Silsley, Hayden Bowling, the rookie, Eddie Metz with a long and fantastic beard, and Jonathan Ortiz out of Austin, Texas. Now, last year's Rookie of the Year is here today. Jafari Silsley back with a vengeance, trying to secure his first race to the rail. Let's learn a little bit more about Jafari.
Jafari Silsley, racing out of Hawaii. Jafari Silsley is one of the brightest young stars in the sport. Last year, as a 14-year-old, Jafari came in third place at Race for the Rail and was the points champion on the ORL season. He's back this season with a vengeance, checking in as the 5th-ranked rider on the men's side. So what is Jafari's secret? Is it his uncanny ability to get the whole shot? The footholds he and others use during the season that won't be permitted here at Race for the Rail? His calm determination? The dreads? Either way, Jafari attacks trails at the highest level and comes into this year's race as one of the favorites.
These are your Heat 2 quarterfinal racers. Bodie, who do you like?
You know, I've got a lot of love for my buddy John Ortiz. He is a very positive guy and a solid athlete. You see him on his Instagram story, constantly in the
They're
gym.
about to drop here. Let's see who
constantly
gets the whole
training.
shot. They are off. Whole shot is in orange. We have Hayden Bowling with the whole shot. What a absolutely great start for the 14-year-old. Jafari Silsley is in second place, and it's a battle for third and fourth with Eddie Metz and Jonathan Ortiz. Hayden Bowling out of the berm in the orange jersey into the waterfall. Jafari almost goes down, and Jafari is passed. Hayden is down. Oh, my goodness. We have Jonathan Ortiz in the red jersey. We have Eddie Metz in the green jersey. The waterfall was majorly chaotic. And we have another almost a pass on the berm. Okay, we have John Ortiz in red. He is our leader. We have Jafari Silsley in second place. Behind him are Hayden and Eddie.
That was our first heat of the day where all riders cleaned the waterfall. I know Jafari was having a bit of trouble with it in practice, so it's really good to see him handle that very clean, maintaining his lead in the front. And John with a really nice pass on that first berm, giving himself a nice gap out front. Looks like he is super in the zone. And it was tough to see Hayden lose that whole shot in that chunky section. It just goes to show how important your line choice is going in there. But we got a fairly spaced out 1, 2, 3, 4 right now. We'll see if these switchbacks are going to tighten things up.
So much happened in that upper section there that I completely ran out of breath trying to describe all of the people that fell and all the people that got passed. But yes, Jonathan Ortiz out of Austin, Texas is in the red jersey and is cruising in the lead. Behind him, Jafari, Hayden, and Eddie. Let's see if Eddie can put on the gas here a little bit and catch Hayden, because top 3 are moving on. They're tightly packed. Ooh, Hayden slips up.
And Eddie.
And
Eddie's
Eddie
down.
slips up.
Board down the mountain for Eddie. He's really going to have to hustle here to get back on it.
He needs to keep his composure. He chucks his board up. Hayden's back on. Hayden's cruising. Here we have Jafari. He's got that signature helmet.
Last year's Rookie of the Year and overall season champion. Coming into one of these tasty Sky Tavern berms. Oh, look at the butteriness. You can just see it.
Great line. And
Staying
John
quick.
Ortiz appears to have a decent gap in the lead. There's Hayden. It looks like Eddie caught Hayden. So Eddie, despite his board going, 10 feet down the hill, kudos to him because he got back on, regained his cool, and right now he's in a position where if Jafari or if Hayden slips up, Eddie will be ready to pounce on that. And these guys are flying. Look at that. Oh, Hayden down. Hayden with a big spill. It's not over, though. Eddie into third place here.
Luckily, his board stayed on trail because that's just about one of the worst things that can happen in head-to-head racing, time trial racing, anything. When you lose that board down the hill, you're losing serious time.
And it appears Jafari's in first. Now, we lost our vantage point for a second, but it appears Jafari's in first, and Jonathan Ortiz is now in second. And in third, we have Eddie Metz. So somewhere along the lines, Jafari must have passed Jonathan Ortiz. An interesting development there. Jafari, your leader out of Hawaii. Jafari is in front. This is our leader here. Jonathan Ortiz in second place. Eddie Metz in third. Hayden Bowling. Let's see if he now can put on the gas and get in a position to put some pressure on Eddie Metz. Now, again, top 3 move on. So whoever finishes in the top 3 will go on to the semifinals. Right now, Jafari is looking like he's in control. Calm, cool, and collected into the bottom portion of the mountain. Fourth place, though, won't make it. There's Jafari coming into view, coming around the berm. He's on the bottom section. You can hear from the crowd. Right behind him, Jonathan Ortiz. He's looking good as well. We'll see who emerges in third place. I think it's Eddie Metz. There he is, Eddie in third, coming around this berm.
These boys are cooking, and they are trying to keep calm because the opportunity can take your biscuits right out of your pockets. Let's see how Jafari does. Stomps it.
Stomps. John Ortiz into the draw opportunity.
Styles
Oof.
it.
And Hayden Bowling into view as well. So Hayden now is into view. Eddie here on the drop. He's got it.
That is 3 for 3 on the draw opportunity. Looks like this will be our top 3 finishers. Jafari
coming in first place. Jonathan Ortiz coming in second place.
Yeah, John.
And coming in third place, Eddie Metz will be moving on. That is your semifinal field that will go on to face defending champion Tyler James in the semifinals. Okay, here is your men's semifinals Heat 3. On the left, we have Connor Chappell. Next to him, Tyler Erickson. Adonijah Silsley Next to him and on the right side of your screen, you have Austin Silva. Let's see who gets the whole shot here.
Gates dropped.
They are off. Connor Chappell again with the whole shot. Austin Silva looks like he squeaks into number 2. 3 and 4 are kind of bumping and grinding. Austin Silva looking calm. Austin Silva goes for an inside pass on Connor Chappell. Austin Silva into the berm. He is your leader heading out of the berm and into the chunky section that leads to the waterfall.
Let's see if the waterfall takes any names. Austin clean, Connor clean, Tyler clean.
Wow. Smooth from all riders out of the waterfall.
Looks like Addo got it clean too.
Interesting line choice. Oh, Connor Chappell down. Connor Chappell tried to take an inside line on Austin, and he must have hit a soft spot. He goes down. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. Austin Silva is your leader, but behind him now, I believe we have Tyler Erickson. Connor Chappell and Adonijah Silsley following up the pack. Okay, we have our order into the snake run. Who can make up ground?
These boys are absolutely booking it. Tyler looking really solid. He almost got taken out by a board there, but kept his composure, stayed on his board, and got the turbos turned on.
Can you imagine, Bodie? So we're feeling huge wind gusts here at the booth in the bottom.
We're at the bottom of the mountain.
These guys up at the top of the mountain, I mean, these gusts of wind must be a huge factor for them here today.
It definitely can push your weight around, push your body around, and affect your line. So we'll see if that comes into play at all. But these guys are looking really solid.
Here we have Austin. Austin is a machine. Austin has such a methodical approach to riding one wheels, such an analytical thinker. You know, the way that he thinks about riding trail is different from really anyone I've ever met. He is very dialed, calm, cool, and collected, and he's looking like he knows what he's doing here in the lead position. Now, Tyler Erickson is behind him in second place, and I think the storyline here is let's see if Tyler Erickson can hang on to that position, or let's see if he gets caught by Addo or by Connor.
And I think one of the things that plays into Austin's abilities is he's a retired motocross racer. He's coming up on a 10-year anniversary of winning a championship race.
Austin looks like he's having fun.
And is just having a blast out there. He's no stranger to the dirt. He's no stranger to finding his line, controlling his speed, managing his weight, and it really comes into play in his one-wheel riding. You can tell he's got dirt inside of his brain cells because he just flows right through that track.
A little dirt in the brain cells can help when it comes to one-wheel racing. Austin Silva often talks about his acceleration points and his braking points. He runs the course and tries to understand exactly where those markers are for him, and it looks like he has found them.
Erickson looking really good in second place. He's got a pretty good gap. He's just got to keep his cool and maintain his speed. Sometimes when you can't see how far the riders behind you are, you don't go quite fast enough and they close that gap. And I don't know if he's got eyes on Austin either, so it's really up to him to gauge his speed and make sure he's just behind that max level.
Again, it's super critical for him to come in second place because that would mean he moves on to the finals and puts himself in contention to win this thing. Third and fourth place do not move on. So that is the most important factor here in this race.
Time for a toilet bowl
Here we
sash.
have Austin coming around into view of the crowd. I mean, Austin's whole posture and energy is so relaxed right now. He knows he did what he had to do at the top of the mountain to put himself in a really good position here. Tyler Erickson now coming around a big berm. He is in sight of the bottom. Austin Silva racing out of Lake Tahoe. Calm, cool, and collected. Hits the drop like no problem.
So clean.
That first round bye feels good for Austin.
Those are some fresh legs, baby, but probably not at this point. This is a long course.
Tyler Erickson coming into the drop. Sticks it.
Super clean. Good job, Tyler.
Okay. All right. Austin coming across the finish line in first. He will be moving on to the finals. And joining him will be Tyler Erickson of Texas. That's the first half of your men's final. Austin Silva and Tyler Erickson moving on. Okay, we are coming to you for Heat 4, the men's semifinals. We have Jonathan Ortiz, Tyler James, Jafari Silsley, and Eddie Metz left to right on your screen. We will see who will advance. 2 slots are open in the finals. Now, Tyler James coming off a first-round bye. He came in second place in the equalizer yesterday. Let's learn a little bit more about our defending champion.
Tyler James. When you talk about legends in the world of one-wheel racing, Tyler James is at the top of the list. A 2-time Race for the Rail champion, James has proven that he's not just a competitor. He's a force of nature. A surfer at heart, the San Diego native rides trails like a wave, with speed, style, and flow. Will he claim the unprecedented 3rd Race for the Rail victory and solidify his legacy? If there's one thing we've learned about Tyler James, it's that you should never count him out.
But it's going to take a big effort to make it.
Second semifinals heat is going to be gnarly. Look at Ty's stance.
Wow, great start for Ty James. He gets the whole shot, it looks like, but heel side turn here. Let's see if he can hold it. Jafari behind him. And Metz and Ortiz battling 3rd and 4th. Ortiz trying to go around Metz. It looks like Ortiz got around Metz into 3rd. So your order here, Ty James, Jafari Silsley, Ortiz and Metz right on their tail into the waterfall.
Tyler clean, Fari clean, Metz down, Ortiz clean.
Ty taking the inside line.
Ty with his classic hand drag maneuver through the berm.
Ortiz and Silsley are tight.
Ortiz almost got that same pass he did in the previous round.
Your order again, Tyler James, Silsley, Ortiz, and Metz into this snake run. Tyler James, your defending champion, riding with a compromised ACL here today, but it does not appear to be holding him back thus far as he is your leader. Jafari looking good behind him and Ortiz looking strong as well. This is going to be a battle for 1 and 2. That's a great vantage point from our drone there. You can see how this course cuts into the mountain. It's open, it's exposed. All this wind is going to be a factor, and it's tight here, 2, 3, and 4.
Now, Tyler James used to be a competitive surfer and still surfs on a competitive level. Dude has the most meanest style on a surfboard and is a big way that he cross-trains for his one wheel, keeping his legs strong, keeping his mind strong. And anytime there's swell, you're going to see that boy in the water. And I know Jafari is a lover of the ocean too, out on the Big Island. Big fan of swimming around, surfing, hanging out with the homies.
Jonathan Ortiz in 3rd place, probably not much ocean access in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, I don't imagine so.
Tyler James is out of our frame here. He is your clubhouse leader. Jafari number 2, Jonathan Ortiz number 3, Eddie Metz number 4, but it is very tight. Again, top 2 move on. So let's see if Jafari has what it takes to either catch Tyler or keep Jonathan and Eddie behind him. That is your storyline coming into mid-mountain.
We have not seen many mistakes in this round, folks. People are staying very honed, staying on their board.
Ty pumping up the crowd. Got to love that. Jafari, Jonathan, Eddie, in that order. Look at how fast they're going.
And it's pretty wild, too, because Tyler just squeaked his way into qualifying this year, got his second place at Wheel Scorcher this year to qualify into Race for the Rail. And he is putting it all on the line, giving us a show, showing us that he deserved that spot.
Wow. Jafari with a little drop right there, it looked like, just flying, absolutely zooming down this course. Really tight here, so no mistakes, no room for errors for Jafari for sure. 2nd through 4th is really tight. Tyler getting a little off his line there, but he's got a pretty big lead at this point. Still needs to run clean.
Metz is putting the pressure on Ortiz. They're neck and neck.
Yeah, Metz knows that he needs to not only make up one spot, he needs to make up 2 spots getting into second place, which is a pretty tall task here. But anything's possible here at Race for the Rail. If we know anything, that's it. Snaking through this bottom section of forest. Tyler James is going to appear to the crowd here pretty soon. Coming across a big berm. There's Tyler. He's got a very comfortable lead here. Our next racer, Jafari, coming into the berm. The order is Tyler, Jafari. They now have a pretty sizable lead. It looks like Metz somehow passed Ortiz. Ortiz is in 4th. Metz is in 3rd.
Metz goes down. Ortiz takes over the 3rd spot.
Tyler choosing the drop. Laces it. Even with a banged up knee, that drop is no problem for Tyler. Jafari into the drop. He laces it. That's big for Jafari because 3rd place, Jonathan Ortiz is right here on his tail now. Jonathan into the drop. Tyler with a little dirt skirt. He's going on to the finals. And Jafari as well will be joining him. And that, folks, rounds out your Race for the Rail finals. Jafari, Silsley, and Tyler James are moving on. It sounds like we have our sideline interview specialist, Adam Laser, queued up at the bottom of the mountain. Take it away, Lays.
I'm here with your heat winner, Tyler James, the 2-time Race for the Rail champion. Tyler, that's a long course down that Anaconda. How was it?
Man, that is a leg burner, dude. I'm absolutely cooked. Definitely going into this, I'm glad I had that bye because my legs are feeling it on the second one. So this last time I got to go down this hill, I'm giving it all I got. Legs are going to be pumping, but hey, it's the last one, so let's get it.
That's what we love to hear from the 2-time champ. Now, you sustained an injury literally not too long ago. You're coming off an 11-day bender at the U.S. Open of Surfing. How are you even doing this?
Dude, staying on the board, you know. Got those wide pads. Those things are stellar. Honestly, just consistency, riding other board sports, surfing, snowboarding, skating, all the boards. It's why I Onewheel. It's literally I quit walking. That's what I don't do anymore. So stop walking.
Yo! Back to y'all. This is going to be one crazy final. Let's go.
And now for your men's finals for Onewheel Race the Rail at the top of the mountain, we have Austin Silva, we have Tyler James, we have Jafari Silsley, and we have Tyler Erickson. 4 of these men will drop in, and only one of them will win the sword this year at Race for the Rail.
And not only a sword, but 10,000 big ones.
10,000 big ones. That's right. The start gate is up. We will see who gets the whole shot. This is where dreams are made. Bodie, I cannot wait.
I am jonesing right now. I am so excited. These are some very high caliber riders. They've put a lot of energy into this season. They've qualified throughout races across the country to get their spots here. They've raced through our equalizer round. They've raced through qualifying heats. They have worked nothing short of quite hard to get into these 4 drop slots here, and it all comes down to this moment.
Out of hundreds and hundreds of Onewheel riders that have competed this year, these are your fastest 4 on the men's side. Let's see who gets the whole shot.
Gates down.
Austin Silva on the top, Tyler Erickson on the bottom. Tyler Erickson with a great start. Oh, my Lanta. Austin Silva right on the heels of Tyler Erickson. What a fantastic start for the Texas native. Tyler Erickson around the berm. Austin Silva looking for a pass. Austin Silva found a faster line.
He's cooking.
Austin through the feature successfully. Tyler down. Tyler James down. Jafari down. Oh, my goodness. This might be Austin Silva's race to lose. Tyler James into the berm. Tyler Erickson right behind him. Jafari into the berm as well. Austin Silva came out of that completely clean, and everyone else got caught in the wash there, Bodie. Austin Silva is on the warpath coming down this trail, and he's got a huge lead built up.
Massive lead with the Tylers battling out right behind him. Tyler Erickson is giving Tyler James some serious pressure, but I think he's got what it takes to keep it clean. But there is a lot of opportunities for passing. There's many switchbacks. There is going to be the draw opportunity. This is far from over.
Oof, Tyler with the hand drag. Coming around that big berm. They're pretty tight. 2 and 3. Austin Silva is out of the frame. Let's see if Tyler James and Tyler Erickson can get a little bit closer and close this gap with Austin and make him a little nervous here. It's all about applying pressure, right? All about applying pressure, making that rider ahead of you make a mistake. Right now, it's tight battle for second and third, but Austin Silva, just a fantastic start, and where he found that line, Bodie, at the top there, because Tyler Erickson had a great jump. Austin found that the fastest line and really just put the jets on after the waterfall feature.
Put on the turbos. You're 100% right, Jack. He seems like he's on a whole nother frequency, fully tuned in, very calm, very composed.
You might not know it, but he's going about as fast as you can ride a one-wheel down a trail right now. Just arms down, mega relaxed. He looks like he's in the driver's seat here. Oof. But see, any slip up, your board goes down the hill, you're absolutely toasted.
And I think one of Austin's biggest strengths is his line choice, and that plays a huge role into how fast you're going to make it down these sections. There's a few ways to take it.
Tyler Erickson takes a huge digger. So this is Tyler James chasing down Austin Silva. And we saw them in the same frame there. You got a sense for the distances. Tyler James would need a break here. He would need a slip up in order to catch Austin. Austin is looking pretty strong, though, through those little rock gardeny features, into the thick trees. Here we're getting closer to the bottom of the hill. This would mean so much for Austin Silva, Bodie. Austin has come so close to winning this race for years and has never quite been able to do it. I don't know if anyone puts in more sweat equity to the sport of one-wheel racing than Austin Silva, yet he has never been able to just seal the PETA and make it happen. This could be his day, but he's got a 2-time champion right behind him. So he cannot afford to slip up here.
And it looks like he's taking it fairly chill. It could just be kind of his style, but I think he understands he's got a lead, and it's the end of the course. He doesn't want to make any mistakes here because he's really just got the draw opportunity coming up, and he's got a $10,000 check
coming into the A-line
and being added to the Race
he
for the Rail Hall of Fame.
Austin Silva just with a sigh of relief. Because after all he has put into this sport in this season, it looks like Austin Silva is going to emerge as your men's Race for the Rail champion.
Yeah, Austin! Did such an incredible job out there. Super duper smooth, was picking super fast lines, keeping his head cool. Very, very good start at the top. Didn't quite get the whole shot, but made the pass.
Tyler coming in, super steezy in second. What a great showing for Tyler, coming off literally an ACL injury a week ago and finishing Race to the Rail in second place. Unbelievable. Jafari coming into the finish line. Great work from all these racers. And there's Mercedes, Austin's wife, coming to give him a big hug. I mean, there's so much in that moment for the two of them. Again, they have lived in their car and traveled all over the country just riding one wheels, connecting with people, racing, going to events. What a special moment for Austin Silva.
Great job out there, Tyler Erickson. Good job, Jafari, T. James, Austin. You guys all put on a serious show for us. Thank you so much for showing us what professional one-wheel racing looks like. You have all worked so hard to get here and did such a good job today. You deserve all the glory, all the respect, and we are so stoked to watch you continue to dominate moving into next year.
Let's kick it down to Laser at the bottom.
Go
He's got our
down
winner,
here with
Austin.
your 2024 Men's Race for the Rail champion, Austin Silva. Austin, you took the waterfall so damn well. You found a little slice through the bread, and you just cooked the rest of the ride. How are you feeling, brother?
Top of the world. This is my 5th race for the rail, and I'm ready. Ready to take this sword and bring it home.
You've been wanting this for so long. You are literally one of the most dedicated riders I have ever met. You and your wife, so dedicated to the sport, to the community. You deserve this so much, man. Like, I'm so proud of you. What was going through your mind when you were looking back and just like not seeing anybody?
I mean, I wasn't looking back. Just running my lines, and yeah, I was hoping at the end there wouldn't be anyone behind me.
Well, at the end, the only person behind you was your teammate, Tyler James, but he didn't have enough gas in the tank, took a little spill. But for you to take this, what does this mean to you?
I mean, this is pretty important. I've wanted this for a long time, and I'm ready to start taking it year after year. I'm going to stay on top.
A little while ago, a couple months ago, I talked to Austin and I said, what would be a dream for you? What would be something that, is a life goal? And he said, one day I want to be in the Onewheel or Race for the Rail Hall of Fame. And I think this is just the start. You started a long time ago, but now with this championship, Austin, you've definitely put some concrete down. Congratulations, brother.
Thanks, Laser.
Any shout outs?
I want to shout out my family, Mercedes. I want to shout out Onewheel, everyone that supported me along the way. Thank you. Love you all.
Your 2024 Men's Race for the Rail champion, Austin Silva. Let's go.
What just a great time here, and we're setting up for, I believe, the awards ceremony. The swords are making their way down. The checks are making their way down. And the award ceremony will soon commence.
All right, folks. Thank you for coming to 2024 Race for the Rail. We are going to announce our 2024 Women's Race for the Rail champions, the top 3. That is right, and we're going to go with 3rd place. Coming out of Florida, her first time here. Let's give it up for Ashley Janan. You're going to stay right there. And I am going to give you this beautiful check for $1,000. That is all yours, Ashley. Hell yeah. Oh, Ashley, you got to tell us, like, what has your experience been this whole weekend and week? Like, this is crazy, huh?
Mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely insane. My first time making it to Race for the Rail, my first finals, my first time winning anything. So, woo! I did it! Feels amazing.
Love to hear it. Love to see it. Congratulations, Ashley. All right, now your 2nd place in the Women's World Championships, Mercedes Silva. With what do we got there? 2,500 Dugans. Mercedes, I'm sure you're feeling a lot right now, so just tell me what you're thinking.
Honestly, this is like my favorite week of the year just because we get to come out and ride with all of our friends. Every race is awesome, but this is just like the fastest people out there and everybody's pushing each other and it's just absolutely amazing. I'd love to thank all of my supporters and everybody that's here, especially my husband, Austin Silva. Like, he's such a good supporter. He's a great coach. You guys need a coach. And like all of the women and my family that came out, like, thank you guys so much.
All right, folks.
I would like to introduce to you for the first time in Onewheel Race for the Rail history, your three-peat, three-time Race for the Rail winner, 2022, 2023, 2024 champion, Rachel Cecil! Rachel, you may now hoist the sword! What is that, Jack? Rachel, we had a beautiful interview that will be on the other video, but I just want to know 3 times, another $10,000. How you feeling?
I mean, I feel incredible. Nothing beats Race for the Rail. I just want to thank my family, my wife, Sarah Mack. She's incredible. I couldn't do this without her. My Aunt Cody, she's literally my biggest fan. She takes such good care of me when we're up here. So shout out to you guys, the rest of the family back home, my hot girls in Atlanta. Let's go. I feel incredible. Thanks.
All right, folks, there you have it. Your 2024 Women's Race for the Rail top 3. Who's ready to give it up for the 2024 Men's top 3 at the Onewheel Race for the Rail? Let's start with, we'll get 3rd place out. Ted, thank you very much, sir. Coming out of Austin, Texas, we got Tyler Erickson. Taking home a G, because he's a G. Tyler, you got to say a few words for us, brother.
That was an amazing race. I can't even put words to it. It was so fun to race with everybody. This format is amazing, with allowing for air to get back up, really drive it home, and make it happen. So shout out to everybody that's out here. My beautiful fiance, Kelly. Woo! She is amazing. Huge support system to me. All I got to say is Feather Racing, everybody on that team. Teamwork does make the dream work. I don't care what anybody says. So thanks again, everybody, and I'm ready for a beer.
Congratulations, brother. All right, we're going with 2nd place. You know him well. He is a Stoke Lord. He is a 2-time champion, but I think he'll settle with 2nd place. Can we get Tyler James up here? Brother James, so close, but so far. How's it feeling so far?
It's feeling great. I'm having a good time. You know, I was chasing Austin. I had Tyler behind me, and I feel it was just like, let's go get him. And then Ty fell off, and I was like, dang it, I don't have the support. I needed push, because I was like, chasing Austin is so hard. He is fast. He knows the lines. He is dialed, and I'm so stoked to come 2nd. Winning last year, consistency, and 2nd having this year, I'm stoked. So I'm really amped and thankful. Shout out everyone for coming out. It's super sick to see everyone here. And yeah, let's ride tires. I'm gonna pull Kyle Hansen. Let's ride tires forever. And let's ride Onewheels forever.
There you go.
Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations, Tyler. I think if you had Tara with you, you might have had a little extra boost. All right, folks. It is a pleasure and an honor to announce your 2024 Men's Race for the Rail champion, Austin Silva. Austin, you may hoist the sword. Austin! 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 Now, Austin, I know you asked me to do something for you, but do you want to get a few words in?
I just want to shout out my grandma. She's been here the last couple of years, and she had to go to a family thing in Hawaii, but I know she's watching. Wish you could be here. Love you, Grandma. Gargle it.
All right, Austin came up to me after the race, and he said, it is a tradition in motocross racing that when you win, when you win, you sign your goggles and you toss them out to the crowd. And he asked me specifically to do this. So if you want a pair of Oakley goggles worn by your 2024 Women's Race for the Rail champion, autographed by Austin Silva, get in the middle, let's go, folks! Looks like we got a tailwind coming. I'm going to high. Let's go! Here we go! Let's go!
Awesome.
All right, folks, here you have it.
Well, after an incredible day of one-wheel racing, that is it for your hosts, Jack Mudd and Bodie Harrison, here at Sky Tavern Resort, Raceville 2024, signing out. You.